Burger King is the one company that's always stuck a straw in the butt cheeks of capitalism and sucked hard of the sweet, sweet juices of its success. Now, Burger King is one of those companies where, like, they always have an edgy marketing stunt. When I was a child, they released multiple games on the Xbox 360. Some of them were actually amazing, like Burger Sneak King. I mean, if you thought Splinter Cell Chaos Theory was the greatest stealth game of all time, you would be sorely mistaken, because you could have this absolute weird king sneaking around delivering burgers to individuals. Now, in the modern day of 2020, it's not about sneaking around giving people disgusting whoppers. It's actually more of trolling Twitch streamers. Now, if you don't know what the Twitch streaming world is about, when you're streaming for hours on end, a lot of these streamers, specifically small ones, run off on donations. So streamers watch, they tip them a couple bits, give them some bucks, maybe even give them a little tier 3 sub action, you know? But that's how that world works, right? Like that's kind of how people have accepted it. That's kind of the culture of Twitch, and that's just what it is. Okay, that's how it comes down to. Anybody can donate $5 in order to have their message read. Now, most Twitch streamers have rules, right? Like, please don't self-advertise. Please don't do this kind of stuff. And, you know, those rules, I guess, for the most part, are to be respected. But if you have text-to-speech, most people will probably respect those rules, but there's always going to be people who decide to go a little heavy-handed. That's why when I go to a lot of smaller Twitch streams, I always look at the text-to-speech, and, like, there's a good 60% chance that most of them are getting trolled. Now, Burger King did a little troll over here. If you don't know what Burger King did, Burger King partnered with a company called Ogilvy. Dude, what are your names at this point? Imagine going to a trademark office and calling yourself Ogilvy, okay? What the fuck? Title, The King of Stream, Client Burger King. Alright, so get ready. This is some, like, wild shit. So here they got, like, a minute 46-second clip. So, at first glance, I actually saw that they were using fake gameplay for this, too. So they got that commission to avoid copyright. But then I initially thought that the people who were in this as acting as the streamers were actually just, you know, like, plants or actors. Turns out, people who are actually big streamers who got the $5 sent to them, like, this was actually real. The people who saw this ad were a bit surprised, so it almost looked like they just didn't even ask permission. They just downloaded the VOD, blurred the face, and deepened the voice, I guess maybe to avoid a Content ID strike if it could happen. And then, bam, that was it. So, to me, it just seems really unethical that you gave them, what, a $5 and then still downloaded the VOD. Like, it feels like people weren't even asked at all. It'd be one thing if you asked the streamer and they were just like, sure, go ahead, use my VOD. But, like, what? Okay. So, effectively, their $5 donations, they're just like, what they would do is they would go into a stream, they would give them $5. And, like, with the $5, they would just, like, say, hey, with this $5, you can get a Whopper, fries, or drink. And, like, for the most part, some would think it's a troll, but since it's the actual company, yeah, they just spent $5 to get themselves ad space. Now, on a small stream, this wouldn't be that big of a deal, but if you went to a larger stream with, like, say, 10,000 viewers, 20,000, 50,000 viewers, and pulled a fucking stunt like this off, and got the actual streamer to read that, well, then congratulations. You literally bought ad space that was worth thousands upon thousands of dollars for literal pennies. And it's fucking scummy, I would say. Now, for context sake, for small streamers, right, like, the donation link is great because you get to directly support them. It's not really intended for a fucking multi-billion-dollar company to come in, give $5, and just fucking buy ad space. But it's something that can happen. Understandably, it's gonna happen. So, like, not only is it unethical, but according to Streamlabs Terms of Service, which is most likely the tool they were using to do these text-to-speech chats, they actually went against one of their prohibited conduct points, where they said using the site for commercial or promotional purposes, advertising, or otherwise solicit funds, or is a solicitation for goods and services. So yeah, they actually did break terms and services to do their advertising if we're going to take it at face value. Now, there's been a lot of people who say this is exceptionally low class, taking advantage of a system meant to support these streamers, utilizing it for big name companies that could easily afford to do it properly, and then bragging about it. Predatory marketing? Cool. Alright, okay, let's calm down the outrage wagon for a little bit. Alright, now according to the FTC and like half these things I've been checking up, there's really not anything illegal that they might have done. Like they're not going to go to court over this. They're probably not going to get sued out of it. Of course, if we're looking at this purely from an advertising perspective, they fucking won. Everyone's talking about it because it's a fucking it's kind of like the weirdest, most hilarious, most like, it is predatory, don't get me wrong, but like the fact that it happened, it's still taking people time to truly process it in. So I'll say this much, all right? When it comes to products, right, like, for instance, you heard me talk about G Fuel lately, and the reason I talk about G Fuel is they actually came to us with a brand deal. So they pay us, so every month I can do sort of a big video. Like next week, Metal Gear Solid 4, the big video is supposed to release, and I'm doing a big video every month, and G Fuel and other brand deals help pay for that. Now, if G Fuel can come up to us and give us a chunk of change so we can advertise their products on videos and streams, then I'm pretty fucking sure Burger King can afford like 60 times whatever G Fuel can pay out, because Burger King is a multi-billion-dollar company. If they really wanted to advertise without the backlash, they should have just went to these individual streamers and made brand deals with them, okay? If you don't understand, brand deals compared to the $5 fucking that they got is pretty astronomically fucking high in comparison. But listen, there isn't ultimately anything illegal that Burger King or Ogilvy did. However, it is fucking scummy for the most part, the fact that they came in and called it. Now, to the same token, if they come into your stream and give you $5, feel free to just shit on them. I mean, because they gave you money and that you didn't sign any agreements, you do realize, for the streamers who got really pissed, you have the right to just ass blast them. Like, if they give you $5, you know, you can pretty much say that their burgers are like fucking dog shit. Like, you're not obliged to say the Whopper is good. Do you know that if Burger King gives you $5, if it was me, I would have been like, yeah, you know, Burger King might have given me $5, but Burger King is inferior dog shit Wendy's anyway, so it's not like, you know, it really matters too much. I mean, you can absolutely ass blast the company and make them the butt of your joke for a good while, especially if it's the real Burger King that fucking comes by, right? Now, the other thing about it too that also gets me is, like, ladies and gentlemen, like, learn to fucking calm down and make sure to screen your donations before you actually read them. For a lot of smaller streamers, I guess I can understand. These guys are the ones that usually get trolled and fall in for because they're getting donations for the first time. They're probably going to be prone to reading out stuff like, oh wow, my cock donated, you know what I mean? But like, if you're a larger streamer and this happens to you, I'm pretty sure all of us, you know, we've all looked at the donation screen, the chat section where we get these, and we've always read them in our heads, pre-screened them, and then we're like, let's cover it. You know, it's very hard when you come across a donation like this to actually believe. Like, if I was to be sent this, I'd probably fall for it and say, you know what, oh wow, Burger King, like, I would think it's some fake dude, you know, just like making a meme. And I guess it's become a meme, you know, where people are actually doing this to other streamers now as a joke. I would probably sit there and say, oh, it's probably not the real Burger King. If I found out that it was the actual Burger King, yeah, I'd be a little fucking, you know, pissed about it. I'd be like, what the hell? But ultimately, it's a system that anybody can use. Anybody means the multi-billion-dollar company, as scummy as it fucking is, and the average Joe Schmo who decides to help out the smaller streamers. So it's definitely a weird situation. People are making it out to be incredibly fucking predatory, though. I actually disagree. I don't think it's like necessarily predatory. It's fucking scummy, I think, is probably the right way to use it. There's nothing illegal that Burger King does. Personally, it probably would be advisable if they just went with brand deals to a lot of these like Twitch streamers who they decided to use in their advertisement. I mean, even if they used you in your advertisement, you should probably fucking get some sort, you should probably talk directly to the marketing team at Burger King about this. It seems like what Burger King did was they partnered with like a third party, and here's the real scummy shit if you want to get into it, right? What probably happened was Burger King had no fucking idea of any of this. They had no idea. Because you got to understand, the marketing team, they're just like, wow, okay, well, they outsourced it, right? So they went to this third-party company, Ogilvy, and they're like, oh, can you come up with this fucking banger ad campaign? And they're like, oh, we got an idea. This was the idea. So here's the fun fact. Ogilvy probably charged like fucking 6, maybe 7 figures from Burger King. Burger King's a huge company. They were like, we can take a couple million or something, right, to do your job. And Burger King was like, a couple million? Pfft, we blow that any day. Take it. So they give him a big chunk of change. And Ogilvy is like, okay, let's just spend $5 on like fucking 20 streamers, and then we'll just keep the rest of the shit that they gave us. So what they do is they go online. They spend what, 0.0001% of the fucking budget that they were given, and then still make a fucking effective product. From a marketing standpoint, genius. They hit their goals with absolutely a fraction of the cost. From a Scummy perspective, oh hell yeah, it's Scummy as dog shit. It's like when you work with those like YouTube agencies and like half of them are pretty much predatory as sin, and they're always like they always pretty much go to a company like Raid Shadow Legends, charge them like $15,000 and then give the YouTuber like $4,000 but pocket the rest that they were given. It's pretty scummy. You know, but it's kind of like predatory behavior that happens almost everywhere. That being said, though, it shouldn't be accepted. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Burger King. Yo, fuck Burger King, all right? Just go to Wendy's or Mickey D's, all right? Call it a day. Ladies and gentlemen, if Burger King comes and gives you $5, let's just be real about it. There's certainly a level of fucking entitlement on the streamer's end, but there's definitely a level of anger that I totally get to. Ladies and gentlemen, call it a day. If you're a big streamer and this happens to you, feel free to shit on the burger, okay? It is what it is. But that being said, though, don't give them the goddamn clip that they came for. Don't fucking bitch about it incessantly and let Burger King win by having their clip or the agency that they hire. Ladies and gentlemen, that being said, if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike it if you dislike it. I am